I like to think of myself as a pretty patient person, you know, understanding, kind, compassionate. I like to imagine people complexly because I think you owe it to other people just as they owe it to you. But lately I've been struggling a lot with all of these things because people are really just getting under my skin. I ran into a friend earlier this week and we hadn't caught up in a while, so I just kind of, you know, I was like, oh, what's going on with you? And they're like, oh, what's going on with you? And so I told them I was doing the DCP. And then, of course, you know, the next follow-up question is, oh, what are you going to be doing while you're down there? And I told them, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a lifeguard. And I get one of these. You're going to be a lifeguard? Don't you have to be, like, skinny for that? So then, of course, there's the moment where I'm waiting for Raven Simone to pop out and say her little body positivity spiel. But of course, because this is my life and not the Disney Channel, it doesn't happen. And because I'm Gabby, I don't say anything. So here I am with this friend trying to carry on the conversation. I'm horrendously offended, don't know what to do, and I'm just like, well, see ya. I mean, like, what do you do in those situations? Like, not only did they just make a sweepingly, terribly, horribly awful generalization, but it's just been a blatant, outright insult. When did lifeguard get equated with skinny? Like, when did anything, why does anything have to even be equated with skinny? Not that there's anything wrong with being skinny, because, you know, all bodies are beautiful, everybody's awesome, but why is it that one type of body is ideal? Why is it that with this job in particular, with lifeguarding, there is so much stigmatism surrounding what people are supposed to look like for this role? You know, not once during my phone interview did my recruiter person ask me, you know, are you tall, are you blonde, are you tan, are you, you know, is your BMI 18.5? You want to know what my recruiter asked me? The types of questions that I was asked during my interview related to personal character, how I respond to certain work situations, about my work ethic, just things related to character. You know, those important traits about you that are just completely independent from how you look and everything. Okay, there was a couple questions about whether or not I had tattoos and extra piercings and whatnot, but that's different. Let's be honest. I'm not, you know, gonna be an Abercrombie and Fitch model anytime soon. But, you know, those kinds of comments, people like that friend say those things to me, because sometimes it's strangers, but sometimes, like in these situations, it's friends and family. There's no exclusion to this type of commentary on my body. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. It freaking sucks. The last thing I want to be worrying about through this whole process is whether or not my body is acceptable to other people's standards of beauty, conformity, stereotyping. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, I could throw out the statistics for eating disorders, body dysmorphia, all those things, but the fact of the matter is, it's not gonna matter because people are people and people are still gonna be doing this crap. Like, it doesn't matter how long I grow my hair out or how much weight I lose or how much makeup I slather on. There's still always going to be a piece of me, some part of me, that is not good enough for somebody else. I'm tired of it. Part of my Christmas present from my dad this year was he was gonna buy me some really nice swimsuits to have for the lifeguarding role. So yesterday we went to go get them from the sporting store, and while I'm going through the racks, trying to figure out what is my normal size in US, and then my dad's googling how to translate it into European sizes because the freaking department store can't, you know, do letters. Now we gotta do double-digit numbers and all kinds of math to figure it out. And while I'm doing all this, there's a girl kind of like in the same vicinity as where I'm shopping, and she's got a significantly different body type than me. And I can't help but notice that she and a friend that she's with, they keep looking over, and she keeps giving me these disparaging looks and kind of snickering to herself and to her friend. And let me tell you, it's not enjoyable in the slightest. Here I am trying to, get ready for something that is so exciting and life-changing and that I'm looking forward to, and this is one of those moments that's a part of that journey. And it's tainted now because there's some turd nugget who decides that because she fits into a size 0, 0, 0, 0 squared, she's somehow better than me, or that because I'm not that I don't fit that standard of beauty, for lack of a better word, that I'm somehow less than. And I'm not okay with that. I've been trying to wrap my head around how awful and hurtful and unsupportive people have been in response to me getting the lifeguard role. And honestly, I shouldn't have to be dealing with this at all. I shouldn't have to be trying to figure out how to cope with it on top of everything else that I'm dealing with. I don't know how to take that. If it's coming from a point of jealousy because I'm getting this opportunity and some people aren't, or if it's because that's how people genuinely view me, as nothing more than a summation of Earth's gravitational pull on my body. Because let's be real, that's what weight is. Weight is the force that the Earth is exerting, or moon pushing on. Science! And some people would say that I get too hung up over this, that I'm a little too passionate about these sorts of topics. But this is my life. This is the crap that I deal with on a daily basis, not just from other people, but it's an internal struggle as well. No one is a bigger critic of me than myself. But with everything that's going on right now, I don't need that additional crap, that stupid input from other people. I don't need those put downs. I don't want those put downs. Did I ask you to tell me, like, oh, you should tell me whether or not I'm skinny enough to be a lifeguard? No. Am I overweight? Yes. Is it because of health complications? Yes. Is it also because I could be doing more things that are beneficial for my health? Yes. Is it because I need to spend less time on Tumblr? Probably. Is it because I'd rather watch Netflix than run a mile? Definitely. You know what? At the end of the day, I am me, you are you, and you can only be the best you that you can be. Strive to meet your goals, exceed your own expectations. Just don't listen to what everybody else has to say, unless you value their input because it's meaningful and it's going to help you develop as a person, then you don't need it. If it is anything other than good for your soul, good for your growth, then you don't need it. Just block it out, push it out, just because you know what? There's going to be people in your life, just like creepy stalker department store girl that I dealt with the other day, who are gonna look at you and they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna say bad things about you. They're gonna look at you and they're gonna say, psh, you're doing the impossible. Why are you even trying? But in the words of my man Walt, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. So for anybody who's watching this, just don't forget to be awesome. And that's my soapbox for today. I'm kind of tired, so I will see you next time.